Now I will tell you a very important law that was derived by Malus. So after his name, it is called Malus law or the law of Malus. This law helps us to understand the variation of intensity of the light transmitted by analyzer. As I have told you that the polarizer allows only those vibrations which are parallel to its optic axis, and so also for the analyzer. Now to have a formula for the intensity of incident light, formula of transmitted light, it is necessary to know about the amplitude, because we know that the intensity of the light is proportional to the square of the amplitude. So the statement that I will give you later on, so first we will find that how to derive the Malus law. So we consider that the intensity of the incident light on the analyzer, on the polarizer is I naught, and the angle between them is suppose theta. Let theta equal to angle between optic axis of polarizer and analyzer. Polarizer and analyzer. So what we have, suppose this is the optic axis, this is polarizer, and this is suppose analyzer. This is the angle theta. So this will allow those vibrations which are parallel to this optic axis, and let A is the amplitude of the incident light. Then only those vibrations will be allowed to pass which are parallel to this optic axis. So now we can have that it has two components. This is now your A cos theta, and another is A sin theta. A sin theta. So what we have considered, that let A equal to amplitude of incident light. So analyzer will pass only those components of the amplitude which are parallel to its optic axis. The analyzer will allow to pass only those novatic components of amplitude. Now there are two components. One is A cos theta and second is A sin theta. Two components are there. The analyzer will pass only those components of amplitude which are parallel to its optic axis। ठीक है, हम पहले से कहते चले आ रहे हैं कि जो ऑप्टिक एक्सिस के पैरेलल कंपोनेंट होंगे वही पास होंगे, वही वाइब्रेशंस जाएंगे। तो जो वाइब्रेशंस है उसका जो एम्पलीट्यूड है वो हमने यहाँ ए के बराबर मान लिया। तो द पोलराइजर विल अलाउ द वाइब्रेशन of amplitude A, then this A will be divided into the two components. One is the A cos theta, which is parallel to the optic axis of the analyzer, and second the A sin theta, which is perpendicular to the optic axis of the analyzer. So only the A cos theta component will be allowed to pass by the analyzer. The components A cos theta passes through analyzer। तो आप देख रहे हैं यहाँ पर A cos theta इसके पैरेलल है, तो ये कंपोनेंट इसमें से पास हो। तो इंटेंसिटी कितनी होगी इंसिडेंट लाइट की? intensity I proportional to of transmitted light I is proportional to A cos theta whole square, or this I equal to K A square cos square theta. Now you can see from here that K A square, this is a constant. This is the maximum intensity. So for theta equal to 0 degree, I equal to K A square, and this is equal to I naught, maximum intensity. So K A square, this is the maximum intensity. So in place of K A square, we can write I naught. So this formula becomes, therefore this I is equal to I naught cos square theta. This is the formula of the intensity of the light transmitted by the analyzer. And you can see that this intensity depends only upon the angle theta between the optic axis of the polarizer and the analyzer. So now here is what? That this I naught is constant, so I is proportional to cos square theta. This is what? This is what the maximum. It is called Malus. तो कैसे इसका स्टेटमेंट देंगे? The intensity of the transmitted light through the analyzer is proportional to the square of cosine of the angle between the polarizer and analyzer. Thus, the intensity of transmitted light through analyzer is proportional to the square of cosine of the angle between polarizer and analyzer. This is what the statement. This is the statement of Maynard's law. The intensity of transmitted light through analyzer is proportional to the square of cosine of the angle between the polarizer and the analyzer. And now you can immediately see from here that what will the intensity, theta is taken different values. So now special cases. Number 1, for theta equal to 0 degree, pi radian, 2 pi radian, what will be there? I equal to I naught cos 0 degree cos स्क्वायर. cos 0 का मान 1 होता है, पाई का मान भी -1 होता है, लेकिन स्क्वायर होने की वजह से सब प्लस होगा. इसमें इसकी वैल्यू 1 के बराबर होती है, तो यहाँ पर भी इसकी वैल्यू I naught के बराबर होगी. सो दिस I इज इक्वल टू I naught. दिस इज द मैक्सिमम इंटेंसिटी. It means that when the optic axis of polarizer and analyzer are parallel to each other or anti-parallel to each other, then the intensity of the transmitted light through analyzer will be maximum. This is what? The maximum. And second, for theta equal to pi by 2 radian and 3 pi by 2 radian, I is equal to I naught cos square pi by 2. और cos pi by 2 का मान 0 होता है, 3 pi by 2 का मान 0 होता है, तो इस I का मान 0 के बराबर होगा. So this I is equal to 0. This is the minimum intensity. Minimum intensity. तो आप क्या देखते हैं, अगर एनालाइजर को एक कंप्लीट रोटेशन दिया जाए, if the analyzer is rotated through one complete rotation, then for angle 0, pi and 2 pi, the intensity of the transmitted light through analyzer will be maximum, and at pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2, the intensity of the transmitted light through the analyzer will be 0. It means that the analyzer will be in the cross position. तो इस तरीके से होता है कि जैसे मैं इसमें यहाँ पर ले लेता हूँ, ये सपोज एनालाइजर है, तो ये इसमें ये पोलराइजर, इससे ये क्रॉस पोजिशन होती है इसकी, और ये इस तरह से कर दे तो ये पैरेलल होती है. तो पैरेलल के अंदर तो सारे इंटेंसिटी मैक्सिमम होगी, लेकिन जब ये इस पोजिशन में आ जाएगा, then the intensity of the transmitted light will be 0. So in this way, with the help of this formula, we can immediately see that what will happen if the analyzer is rotated about the direction of the incident ray. So now I can draw a graph between the intensity and the angle theta. This is now 0. Here the intensity I. Here I take the angle theta. This is not so much. Now let this is 0 and this is now suppose pi by 2. This is now suppose pi. This is now suppose 3 pi by 2. This is now suppose 2 pi. One rotation of this 0 degree. Now this pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2 and 2 pi. So 0 degree पर इसकी intensity कितनी है? Now at 0 degree, this is the maximum intensity. तो maximum intensity है इसकी यहाँ वाले this is the maximum intensity. This is now I naught. तो यहाँ से बने इस तरीके से. pi by 2 पर 0 है. pi पर इसकी वैल्यू फिर इसकी यहाँ पे maximum हो जाएगी ये maximum. This is not so much. I naught. तो ये यहाँ अब 3 पाई बाई 2 पर ये 0 हो जाएगी तो फिर ये इंटेंसिटी इस तरीके से 2 पाई पर फिर ये मैक्सिमम हो जाएगी तो ये ग्राफ ऐसे चलेगा. दिस शोज द वेरिएशन ऑफ इंटेंसिटी विद द एंगल. वेरिएशन ऑफ इंटेंसिटी with angle theta. So this is the graph showing the clear intensity. This is now 0 degree. This we take now 0. So this point will be of 0 degree. Then this is the maximum intensity here that we have. This I naught so much. Then this is now I naught. This is I naught. This is 0. This is 0. So at pi by 2, 3 pi by 2 intensity is 0, and remaining one this is not 0. Thus, this Mayr's law helps us to find the intensity of the transmitted light through the analyzer when analyzer and polarizer are placed at an angle theta. So, you all like, share and subscribe the video. Thank you very much.